there's something which is you mentioned, which is debt servicing to tax revenue ratio.
Yes.
Yeah. From the countries that, from the region that I'm coming from, now that you hear they announce we've taken a loan from IMF or World Bank or any other, and some of them they don't even announce it because I think it goes under audacious debt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And the next morning there are new tariffs and new debts. And can you just explain that?
Yeah, so I mean the debt service to tax revenue ratio is an important one, because if you think about it, a lot of money that the government collects is through taxation. Okay, a majority of it is through taxation. So in a country like mine in Kenya, where at the moment, for every 100 shillings that is collected in tax revenue, the government is paying between 67 and 71 of those shillings to debt. Yeah?
67 to 71.
Shillings. So that means, so for every 100 shillings, about 70, let's say 70, is going to debt servicing. That means it leaves 30 shillings for the government to run government, so that means pay salaries and all of those things, and to do its development work. So build hospitals, build schools, build roads, and so on. It's not sustainable. And this ratio is very important, because what the government then is forced to do is introduce these taxes that you're describing. Now, in my country, in Kenya, the public said no. Last year, we had the Maandamano protests. Similar things happened in Uganda, in Nigeria as well. So we have to be very conscious of this ratio, because this is the one that has the direct impact on citizens. The debt to GDP ratio is okay for the Ministry of Finance, because it tells the Ministry of Finance you can borrow more or less. The issue of public consultation in terms of government borrowing, in most countries on the continent, there are laws that says there has to be public consultation. At Afrodad, we have a document called the African Borrowing Charter, where one of the principles on responsible borrowing is for government to do public consultation. So in the same way, it will put out the budget and say, give us your comments. We want to hear about the budget. They will say, we intend to borrow from this lender, this is the interest rate, this is the purpose of the loan. They should do that. Or the parliament should be aware that the government is borrowing, because every government has what they call a medium-term expenditure framework, a medium-term debt strategy, and a medium-term budget plan. In all of that, it tells you how the government intends to raise money to fund its development and its operations. Part of it will be taxation, part of it will be debt. And where there is debt, it needs to say, we're going to borrow from these creditors for these many years at this interest rate. If they don't do that, there are laws that are being broken. Right?
Yeah.
And against the constitution, against the public financial management, and so on. And this is where you start having issues around whether the debt is legitimate or illegitimate, right from the context of borrowing. Yeah.
And we did.
I'm being told your time is almost running up.